Welcome. As a professor in the area of creativity and innovation for entrepreneurial development, I would like to talk this afternoon about how to explain the differences between the words efficiency and effectiveness, and also how we can show as professors the importance of training all the people in how to use the values through education. In this case, I want to remember a meeting that I had in December 2014, where I was invited to celebrate my birthday and also an anniversary of my teaching activities. Well, I was hearing the interventions of many members of my family and also some friends when I observed that one of my former students couldn't finish his speech because he was very emotional, he was crying, and he finally could say that he was very happy with the help that, in his words, I gave him to get his final retirement of an enterprise, of a company. Okay, I heard the words of this student, and I remembered that I was with him in two different opportunities, two different occasions. The first one was when he finished his undergraduate studies and he wanted to get a scholarship to continue his graduate studies. At that time, I could talk to some people working at different educational institutions, and I finally could help him, observing his strengths, to obtain this scholarship. Well, he was working with honesty and industriousness and a lot of dedication, and he finally got his graduate degree. And with that degree, he could he could get the opportunity to be enrolled as a member of an important company in his country. But he had very bad luck because after some years of working there, this company was broken because some of the problems with international commerce and globalization. And he came again to talk to me, telling in this occasion that he was desperate because he was married, he had his wife and two children to maintain, and he needed to get urgently another job. In this case, the situation was presented by him to me, saying that he even was decided to commit suicide. That I finally observed that wasn't the truth, because I did some research, make some research, and I discovered that he didn't have any real plans to commit that hard decision. So again, I came to talk in this case to the managers of different enterprises in his country, and I helped him again to obtain the possibility of being enrolled at a very important institution, where he finally worked and he could get his retirement decision, or I mean the plans of retirement. That was probably the reason of his emotion during the moment that I talked to you before. But when I was observing this student, I was thinking also that I could help him due to the position that I could get at that moment, because I was a professional that was working in different institutions due to the education that my parents gave to me. My parents were very, very poor, and they didn't have the opportunity to study, but they decided to help me to get my degrees at different schools, high schools, and then at the universities. And then I thought that I could help to this fellow, this former student, and to many others, probably due to the importance of the activities that I was developing, thanks to education. Okay, as a summary of this story, I can point out some different aspects. First of all, the gratitude that this student had with me, and also from me to my parents. That is an important value that we need to always practice. Second one, that in the case of efficiency, we, the professors, try to be always efficient, because we teach many courses and we develop many activities where we try to be really efficient. The third situation is that effectiveness was demonstrated in this case, because as a final result of my teaching activities, these former students came to me and expressed these emotion words, trying to say that with my help and the help of many other teachers and institutions, he could finally arrive to his final retirement. And fourth situation, I observed through this story that the values are always present, because first of all, we observe the gratitude. Second one, the honesty, the industriousness of this fellow, also the generosity that I try to apply, and many other of the values that we finally observed as possible to practice through education. And finally, remember that with education, I could finally help this person. I could develop my own attitudes and possibilities, and finally to arrive to the point where we are now. Okay, as a final activity of this class, I would like that all of you, the people that hear this story, can now discuss a little bit about the main messages I try to explain to you this afternoon. Thank you very much.